check this out, y'all. Want to give a big shout out to Proceed with Caution, man. Fire. Checking out Proceed with Caution. Birds of the lives. Check out Proceed with Caution. Make sure y'all check out Proceed with Caution.
$$1 You better remember to proceed with caution.
I was up to with about the 30, man. We not Proceed with Caution. Yeah, I'm watching Proceed with Caution.
What's up, what up? This is your African King of Coming, Michael Black. Right now, getting G with Proceed with Caution.
Hey, what's happening to the Academy? I gotta check that. Proceed with Caution.
Yeah, it's your boy on the murder. Proceed with Caution, you heard? Okay.
Make sure you check out the Proceed with Caution project.
Yeah, we repping hardcore Proceed with Caution.
I'm Jerry O'Connell, and you are checking out Proceed with Caution.
This is Rose Sophia Body, and I want you to look out for Proceed with Caution.
I'm
June Ambrose, and make sure you check out Proceed with Caution.
Proceed with Caution, man. Let's support that.
Please proceed with caution.
Y'all better motherfucking proceed with caution.
I'm checking out Proceed with Caution right now, man.
Proceed with caution. You already know what it is.
Welcome to yet another episode of Proceed with Caution podcast. I am your host, Flea Pesci.
Sean.
Iris.
And today we have the wonderful Darnell King.
Yes, sir. How you doing, y'all? Thank y'all for having me.
Yes, good for
I like the spot, too. It's warm. It's inviting.
Yeah.
It's clean.
Yeah.
Clean, yeah.
We working real hard, man. Put together some independent platform for everybody that's actually even looking to do a podcast or come uptown to Harlem. Be over here at Young Atlas, you know what I'm saying, to rent out the space to be able to record and also put your content out. You know what I'm saying? We have the space for you guys to do that over here in Harlem. But yeah, Darnell, man, so tell me, man, like, how come that's your government name, right, Darnell King?
Yeah, so when you were saying it, I was kind of like,
He felt like he's back in school. He's about to raise his hand. Yeah.
a lot of people don't call me that. If you know me, you call me that.
Okay.
Most people call me D King.
D King,
but they think I'm being arrogant when I say that. But that's my real name.
That's why I was like, how come you ain't really pick no alias name to go? Because usually people like, don't want to put their government.
I
out
like
there
D King though.
Okay.
Is D King or D King?
It's D King.
Oh, nice.
Last name King.
Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't choose an alias because when I was looking at like Kanye and Pharrell Williams,
okay,
and like only one like Swiss Beats.
Right.
I wanted to brand myself in my name.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? God gave me a great name. My family gave me a great name. Why not run with it?
Run with it. All right, it makes sense because I was trying to figure that out. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Usually people gonna try and brand them like, because they trying to make their beats and all that. Because I know you're an engineer and you also produce and make beats too as well.
I tried, but it didn't work. I came up with an alias. Actually, someone gave me an alias.
Okay, what was it? What that name was?
I was in the studio one day and this girl named Jenny was calling me AIO. AIO XOIA, and it's like all in one.
Okay.
One and all.
Oh, okay.
So I was calling myself AIO, but it didn't really
stick.
Yeah. Everybody knew me as D King, so when I was on TV,
right,
and I had AIO, it was like the network was like, why would you do that? But I was like, it was like a fresh start for me, so I was like, I'm gonna reintroduce myself because when I was, D King, I was managing artists and doing other things, but now me stepping in the light was that was the wrong thing to do.
What was the key thing that made you switch from artist to go straight into your artistry?
Well, I always was really dibbling and dabbling with it, back and forth, but I was really not as confident in being an artist. I was like behind the scenes kind of guy, like, I do the paperwork, I produce, but I couldn't hide from it, so it just was something that kind of came on.
Wait, so what initially was your first start? Because I know you to do a whole lot of things. What was your first initial introduction into the game?
I did street team for Def Jam under Rob Love, Theo Brown, Sean Pecos, Leo Cohen, L.A. Reid. So I got in the game just like that. Like I was in the building, my boy was in school. He was like, yo, I seen him giving out all this product and stuff like that from labels, and I'm like, yo, this is type ill. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I asked him, like, can I get down? And he wasn't really, like, with it. So I would kind of keep hounding him.
He wasn't with it? Why not? Like,
because it's like, like, you can't let everybody into your world so fast if you don't know what they are. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that makes sense.
So he didn't know what my purpose was, like, what I can help him with.
Right.
So when I kind of, like, got cool with him, and he was like, "Yo, you want to come to the building one day?" I went to the building. I met Jay-Z, and it was like,
"Oh, that's fine.
This is what I want to do."
So when you got in, was it engineering first?
Nah,
producing, or what was it?
Nah, I was in high school at the time, so it was just like I was already producing on my own,
right?
But I didn't have any outlets for people to hear my music.
Right.
I didn't know how to get in the game.
Okay,
and so I figured like, yo, if I get around it, I'll start, seeing how it worked. And when I got in it, I was like, I got to get out of it because I can't stay in it and elevate. You got to create your own. So it's not like you trying to ride a coattail. Like, it's like, oh, you here, but you got this going on. So early, I kind of like understood that. Like, I wanted to be, not one dimensional, but I wanted to like be everywhere.
Right.
I didn't just want to be at one label and just, I wanted to be that guy. Like, oh, Cole D, he could do this.
Right.
And they just paid me outside. So I saw how they was doing it. I'm like, okay, I'm in the right space.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you went from that into rapping too as well. Oh, like how did a rap?
Well, let me take you back. Like when I was 3.
Okay.
My family always was musicians. My father's a musician. My grandmother, my grandfather,
in
musician.
your blood.
Yeah.
Play the piano. Come from church. So I was playing the drums, playing the piano. My father didn't know nothing about producing, so he was so super supportive when I wanted to do it because my father's not. He was one of those guys like he's a visionary. He sees he's a future kind of guy. He's like, oh yeah, the game is going to change. My son is this. I wanted to do music, so everything I wanted to do, he supported that like every time.
That's
dope.
beautiful.
Every time.
That's dope.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So
how was that help impact like the support from your father? Like how vital is that for?
It's very important, bro. Yeah. Because in our communities, a lot of my friends don't have a father.
Yeah.
So it's like the streets become their father. I mean, their friends. So I was never a street guy. You know what I mean? I always was in school and church. I know street guys. You know what I mean? Like we from that environment.
Yeah, of course.
But that's not my thing.
Right.
I mean, everybody around, they know that. So my father always like showed me, like, look at my friends. You see where they at?
Damn.
Like I see them. When they coming down the block, like I used to go to school with him. Look how he looks, and it always stuck in me. Like you know what you gotta pick and choose.
Yeah. The path you're trying to be. Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
That's a fact.
Definitely.
That's a fact. That's crazy. That's super dope that your pops actually took the time out to actually like groom you and point you.
Because most parents is like, no, we want you to go to school. We want you to be a lawyer, doctor.
Right.
So for him to support you on that, I thought that was actually dope.
Yeah.
You
but
understand?
I had to go to school for it.
I mean, of course you do. Yeah.
He made me like he said, you want to do it, you got to go to school for it.
Yeah, but some parents, they don't think that's serious. You understand? They don't look at it as a long-term future, like,
Yeah.
So, that's why I'm like, I definitely, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Definitely supported you on that.
So you went from, going into this environment where you meeting Jay, and then, you're engineering, and then where was the transition into, like, I want to, also record on records?
All right, cool. So after I was, like, doing the street team thing,
right,
and I would play my beats in the office, my beats would not sound like they were supposed to. Like, I was like, yo, why does the kick drums hit harder? Or why is it clear like that? And it used to mess with me. You know what I mean? So I was like, yo, I want to go to audio engineering school because I want to be able to, I'm in the building. You know what I'm saying? If I'm producing, I need to get it right. And then I could also segue that into getting in the studios with the artists. So my father was like, let's go to school for it. And at the time, I really needed that. I needed school because now technology, you can go on YouTube, you can find everything. You don't have to go to school for that. But at the time, it was like the audio engineering game was changing, like the DAWs, how technology, computers processing was moving faster, going from tape and the analog and the digital, so stuff like that. And I'm like, yo, music is changing. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I started like, why not rap? Why not put
both talents on the table
and see what happens?
Yeah.
And it worked, and I just kept on progressing.
That's a beautiful thing. Most people don't know that actually, as far as engineering goes, you actually was the one behind the infamous Mase diss record of Killer Cam.
Starting to feel like we don't really compare. Remember on the time. Yeah, come on.
Bounce.
Somebody want to jump and tell them come crime do.
It's crazy.
Oh, really?
The Oracle.
The Oracle. Yeah,
we was coming for blood. Like, shout outs to Mase. That's my mentor. great guy, very, very, very hands-on with his own career and helping me become the person I am today.
Right.
So I'm always in gratitude to him and what he's done for me and my career and my family.
Right. So how did you get a chance to, run into a guy like Mase and also walk us through like the other, I guess, elite artists or legends in the game that you've, worked with?
Yeah, so getting with Mase was kind of crazy because he at the time he was in and out of the game. He was he was doing his other things, his other endeavors.
Right.
And I was like, I had started a studio in my crib called Brick House Studios, and it was literally in my room. So after I went to auto engineering school, my father, I was on him. He bought me a whole bunch of equipment. He didn't have the money for it, but he still did it.
Shout out to him.
Word.
That equipment is expensive, though.
Yeah, he bought everything at once. Like I was like, yo, I want that. He was like, all right, cool. You never asked me for nothing. Let's get it. So
can I be his daughter? Go ahead.
I mean, so so me and Mase, I was trying to like get out of the crib because it was getting so crazy, and so my boy Santos, who's on the road with Pretty Ricky right now, road managing them on the Millennium Tour right now. We always been tight-knit since day one. So when I got to the building and I met the labels, he was on the street team too, and me and him kind of like got together because his drive and my drive was crazy. So we would like beef, like who's going hard in the street team. So we were like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was competition.
That's good.
Yeah. So he was able to like get a position with Compound Neo and I was still in the building.
Yeah.
And I was just doing my own thing. And he was like, yo, D, they looking for engineers at the studio.
Okay.
And I told him about you. Like, you want to go through? I was like, yeah.
Oh, that's dope. So he definitely looked out.
Yeah, so he looked out, and I got over there, and I was like, I could tell I was like ahead of everybody else. Like, everybody that was recording, like, I ain't really say it, but I knew I was
tell,
I knew I was that nigga in there.
You knew what you was doing.
Yeah.
You could see that they was amateurs.
Right, and they was good, too.
Wait, but is Mase still in gospel? Because I believe he was doing gospel at some point.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing that people fail to realize about Mase is he's very intelligent. He has degrees. He went to school for all of this. So
I never met him.
Before, like, he even really, like, went to church, he always had a background in faith, his faith background.
Oh, that's beautiful.
You know what I mean? Being that, circumstances happen in life, things, people love to, like, criticize, what people do, not knowing the backstory of why people move. You know what I mean? So he is a preacher, pastor. He's a teacher, like he likes to say. And he does teach and travel and do that.
Because y'all have that's something that y'all have in common. Because, you grew up in church. You understand? You like music.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can see why y'all can vibe like that.
Yeah, that was like our common denominator as far as like the faith. Like, cause like a lot of people believe in God, but they don't like to say it and they don't like to like show it in the streets.
What? That's crazy. I pray to everywhere. I don't care where I'm at. Like I can be having lunch and I was still bow my head.
Maybe back in the day, it's not as cool. It wasn't really as cool to talk about your faith or pray a lot as it is probably right now. You know what I'm saying? So I could see that probably in his era because nobody was really talking about God like that.
Yeah.
So that was like
but you know what? This is the reason why we had 360 because 360 go around.
Right.
Like that globe.
Right.
So we can turn this back around. Everybody needs to stop praying.
Nah, for real.
Everybody. But wait, real quick. So somebody on this show said somebody said it and I'm like, oh well, I mean I heard that too. Right. But it was just like rumors saying like, Mase was like caught in bed with P. Diddy.
That was the original problem with Puffy parties.
No, Puffy. Okay, and I'm not scared to say this, but it goes back to when they found him in a bed with Mase. Puffy he has these parties.
We don't know. Listen, this is allegedly.
We don't know.
We don't know. I wasn't there. Was you there?
No.
Was you there?
I wasn't there.
I did.
I wasn't there. But I don't care what nobody say.
Allegedly, you can't put us on the
bed. He always has sugar in his cup,
and
like I don't care. I don't really care about a person's sexual preference. Like it don't have nothing to do with me.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
But this is somebody that we grew up with. You know what I'm saying? Like hearing like. So it's just like, wait, gay,
people just love to talk. Like people love to talk and
so he don't have a boyfriend.
Come on, he's
niggas married with kids.
Like,
that don't mean nothing.
He don't what? Say that again.
What?
Say that. I just want to make sure I heard that right.
Well, what she said or what I said? What you said? Go ahead.
I don't remember. I'm still a little saucy from last night.
You see what she just did, right?
Yeah.
What? She said he don't. Yeah. Like she believes it already.
Oh yeah.
Right. You feel me? Yeah. She don't even know that man.
Okay, so real quick, that slipped out. No, that slipped out. Yo, don't mind me, you know. Because it slipped. It just, you know, Fleet, Sean, they know. Sometimes things just slip out. What, Sean? Really?
Let me tell you something. That's my guy.
Yeah.
No funny business about none of that. Like, we don't even play those games. And the funny thing about it is we hear the rumors and all that, but we don't care because it's nothing.
Yeah, I don't.
There's nothing you're gonna do to find. Look, it would have dropped. I mean, like.
And if anything was going on, like that got nothing to do with anybody anyways. You feel me? What go on?
Yeah, but I'm telling you, it ain't even what's going on. It's not even.
I understand that part, but I'm just saying in general, like, you know what I'm saying? People always look for some sort of, like, I guess, rumor or situation to kind of make people less than. But in all natural reality, nobody's perfect, and somebody always falls short or some shit. We need to look at we need to look at the good things that the individual is doing or adding to the community or helping to build, especially from the environments that we all coming from. You feel me?
Right.
Being oppressed and everything like that. That we need to be focused on that because there's other people within the community that are doing worse, actually trying to destroy it. You feel me?
Right.
You know, I was watching Barry Bonds documentary the other day, and it was funny, like, after it was all about Shea being in the Hall of Fame. And as you know, Barry Bonds is the GOAT. Like, he has most home runs ever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the only people that were saying that he shouldn't be were black people. But this is on ESPN. But this is what is propagated to us. So we're, like, taught subconsciously to always think negatively about it.
And I'm not mad about that. Like, because that's something that, you know, people gotta.
You know what? Shout out to the cast. Shout out to everybody. All I just want to say is, you know, that's something I heard since I was a kid. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for somebody to know the person and actually been in that person's presence, it's kind of like, well, you know, this is what they saying about your mans, and it's been going on for years. So I mean, you know, what's your intake on it? Not saying
he don't really do a lot of interviews, so it's not like he can like really talk about, because to him it's not like.
He's irrelevant.
He's getting money. He's a legend. So he I could talk however I want. You know what I'm saying? And create whatever. But, you know, when you look at his resume, you know Mace was one of those guys that everybody was trying to copy.
Right.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Time,
right. Yeah.
Even with the dances.
Yeah, Harlem in a chokehold.
Yeah,
Harlem in a chokehold.
Yo, you so stupid.
And we got music that's gonna drop too. So
man,
when that dude,
I can't wait. I want to hear it though.
I
want to hear the. I want the old Mace though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
He gets better. His pen game is so phenomenal.
Wow.
Like, he can write anything. He can write girl songs.
So is he writing? Is he writing for people? Like, cause I mean, he haven't really been making.
Mace found Fabio.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Yeah. So who else is underneath his belt besides Fabio?
Man, we got a lot of artists. Right now we're working with this kid called Just Listen.
Okay.
He's out in Atlanta, Georgia. He's fire.
Okay.
And we just working on a new talent. It's like so many. Like, I don't want to really
talk
it because of paperwork and job.
Right.
So, Just is one of those guys that, you know, I'm definitely you gonna hear about. So.
Okay. So besides Mace, like who else?
Pharrell, Timbaland.
Okay, that's production wise.
Like, I worked with,
Okay, copy.
BK Brasco, he was on Love and Hip Hop. He was also an artist.
Okay.
As well, he kind of like Brasco. When I was just, you know, engineering, he kind of brought me under his wing. He had a deal at Interscope. I was recording his whole album, and then I just, you know, people started calling me.
Okay.
To do the stuff, and then I kind of like bossed up.
Okay.
And it was like, I ain't just gonna be under the table. I'm just gonna step
gonna
out.
elevate. Yeah.
So how many years has it been for you since you've been in the industry?
Man, 18. I'm 37 now.
That's dope. 18 years.
You look mad young, bro. Like, that's crazy. You just said that. Like, I didn't even think you look like you.
I mean, I was gonna say 38, but not. I had to get him back because, you know. But wait, no, you look really good for your age, and you're doing real well for yourself.
Thank you.
And that's a big accomplishment, because sometimes some people struggle. It seems like you just tumbled in
it
it.
ain't been easy.
Right.
It ain't never been easy. I mean, I got kicked, fell down a bunch of times, but my father always told me consistency is the key to success. And as long as you keep knocking on that door, somebody gonna open.
That's right. And I be telling Fleet that sometimes because it's hard. It's like that grind. You know, that's a definition of just getting where you going is grinding.
It's the time and money that you put it in because you need time, but you need money as well.
That,
So walk us through, like, how did you find the time and money, like, throughout your, like, during your struggling periods or, like, coming up?
I saved a lot because this industry don't have no saving, no 401k. I mean, so I was saving my bread. I would travel, and then like for 4 years when I was working with Mace, he didn't pay for none of my travel at all.
What?
Like 3 or 4 years, like he didn't pay for none. I paid for everything.
Like you mean if you had to go to a different state, you have to pay for your own?
Like for example, like if we did a show or something like that, of course we get booked. But like to travel back and forth, like I would like, yo, where you at? Or what y'all doing? I'm pulling up. I'm coming to LA. You feel me? Because what else am I doing?
Right.
I wasn't doing nothing in the hood. I was recording, so I was like, you know, I got to be around it. And being around it, I just started getting more responsibility. Like, that's why they call me AIO, because I could DJ, I could engineer, I could write, I could produce, I could direct the video, or edit the video. So it was like D could do it. D could figure it out. So I started managing him and being on the road with Kuda Love, who had Nelly.
Right.
So Kuda, Kuda schooled me to the game. Now I know my duty. Kuda was like, yo, this young boy is like what we need. And so they kind of like embraced me, and for that I'm always going to be like, thank you. Right, that's
crazy, because you even brought up DJing too, because like I see a lot of times, like, you always on stage, DJing for like people like Lil Kim, Mace, and other people too as well. How did you get involved with the DJing aspect?
Well, I wasn't really DJing for her.
Okay.
I was doing her sound.
Okay.
I was doing her sound engineer because what happened? Oh, Special.
What?
You know Special?
Special from that's in Atlanta.
Special ENT. Special was like I was around. I'm always around me. Special like, yo. Special always call me too. Whenever he got something, he called me. He was like, yo, Kim was looking for an engineer. I know you do Mace stuff. Pull up. I came. Kim was messing with me. She was like, oh, I love you. It really didn't work out long term because Kim is very specific as far as how she likes his sound. So we figured it out, and then I just moved on to other things. And shout outs to them whenever they need me. I'm there. But that was how I did that with them.
Okay, copy.
Somebody always like referenced me like, yo, call D, he can do it.
Right. That's a beautiful thing.
And I had Brick House already, so Brick House was like I was bringing artists into Brick House.
Right. I wanted to speak on that because I also know that you mentioned something that's actually crazy, because I found out about Brick House when you got on the TV show, and then you know what I'm saying. Speaking about the TV show, D was one of the talent that they had from Hustle in Brooklyn. Walk us actually through how you got that. And how that whole experience went about.
Boom. You know how like people say people are always watching.
Right.
So make sure you got your stuff together.
Right.
And that's exactly what happened. I mean, I was kind of like in the background, and people knew who I was, but my boy had got an interview from like somebody just sent him a random DM, Santos.
Okay.
And then he told me, he was like, yo, they hit me up. They want to be on this TV show. And at first, I was thinking, like, damn, why you ain't telling him about me? He says he did, but I still don't believe it. But they found me off of his page.
Okay.
So they DM'd me, and it was like, yo, we doing this show. I didn't really think how big it was going to be.
Right.
Like, send your resume. I sent my resume. I usually don't even do that, bro. I see emails and stuff like that, and I'll be like, this cap. I'm not sending nothing.
Right.
But something in me was like, if he's doing it, I gotta. I was on it, so I sent the resume in, sent everything, and it was like, "Yo, you got a studio, you got a family, you got this, that, and the third. Like, we want to interview this, be on the show." And once I did that first interview, they was like, "Yo, you're gonna be on the show. Don't tell nobody, chill. you're good." But how they had me on the show, they didn't expect me to do what I did. Like, I was just like probably like one of the C cast members. Like, he's gonna be on the show. He got a story, but he ain't gonna really break through, and I broke through that shit.
Right. That was a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And then you actually introduced something that you actually mentioned, which is Brick House Studios, and you said you started that like at
2005
in your apartment.
Yeah, my mom's crib.
Wow, that's beautiful. And now you've elevated that platform where now you're managing new artists.
Right.
So let us know like a few artists, because I seen a few things on your Instagram, and I wanted you to elaborate on these artists.
So I'm working with these great artists. Her name is Serena.
Okay.
Serena Smart. I don't know if you check my Instagram feed, but she's all over the radio right now. She has a new single out.
Okay. What's the name of the single?
Show Up, Show Out.
Okay.
And she also has a song called Focus. She has a song with Busta Rhymes' son, Trill.
Okay.
We got to get up here.
Yeah, she's dope. She can sing her ass off.
Yeah.
When I tell you, like, you hear her records, and you're like, oh, it's dope. But when she sings live, shut it down. Like, I ain't gonna front.
And
like,
a lot of people can't do that.
Yeah, not a lot of people.
Next year, what we got planned for, like, I'm definitely getting her signed. We looking at people hitting me up, but I'm gonna put my foot all in niggas' ass.
That's right. That's right.
I ain't gonna lie.
Or how did you go about discovering her and making that decision that, like, this is somebody I want underneath my wing, underneath my brand?
Well, to be honest with you, my manager Lou, who I also have a partnership at Brick House Studios, because it's just not me. People are like, oh, it's just D. I got a team, so it's never not me.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful that you're working with a team.
But he so he collaborated. He came to Brick House. He's like, yo, let's turn it up. You know, I love the vision that he had, and he bought Serena. Like, yo, I want to work with this girl. And when he bought her, I was sold. He didn't have to, you know. And mind you, I had to kind of take a step back from being an artist, to really like work with her.
Right.
You know what I mean, but people always try to say like, oh, you can't manage and you can't do this. I'm like, I'm doing everything.
Everything,
like,
right.
You're not telling me I can't manage and be an artist.
Right.
And who says you can? Who says you can't do everything?
And I got Miles. I forgot.
Right, Miles.
Miles, we just signed with Neo. I forgot about Miles.
Miles.
Kid is incredible. He went viral a whole bunch of times with Tory Lanez. He did the TMZ thing. Neo signed him on TMZ.
How did you go about discovering Miles?
So Miles, his manager also manages Fabio. Okay. And I kind of like helped that situation with Favi. And his manager kind of like would segue things with Mace, because nobody can really talk to him. They can't. He don't pick up the phone for not too many people. But thankfully he picks my calls up, and I was just like, yo, we got to figure some things out. So he was like, all right, cool, tie up the loose ends, let's get them in the studio, let's work on it, and then we'll figure it out. So then I met Miles through his manager, and Miles was always like in the studio playing the guitar, and I was just looking at this kid one day like, nah, this kid is it. Like, yo, we gotta.
So it as in like a Usher it or Justin Bieber it? Like when you say
he's like a Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars.
What's the other kid?
So I think Bruno's
Weekend kind of
both
style.
That's a fact.
I think they is just so fire.
Yeah,
like both of them. I love Bruno Mars. I just like his swag.
Yeah, that's what he is. Like, and you can, if you look at him, you'll see like
a little bit of Bruno in him.
He got it, bro. Like it's going to, and it always happens. It turns, and then you go from people just to. But the process is a little.
So how do you determine the it factor? Like, how do you know someone has it?
Because you just look like, especially like the work ethic of an artist. You see them come in, you see it, they're passionate, they always are working, and they treat it like they want it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't have it, but they work towards it and they get it. You know what I'm saying? Because they keep working. So he kept working, and I work with a lot of artists that I see potential in, but I'm like, they ain't ready yet. But then I'm wrong, and I'm like, people love to see the journey because they don't expect you to become that. Like, just, it's almost like
that's how I feel about
how
Drake.
Lil Baby, Lil Baby. Like when Lil Baby came in, I was not a fan of him at all. I'm like,
he sound like
he don't get it. But as I start seeing him, the boy's work ethic, I'm like, he's gonna beat everybody. And now he is what
he up there now. Like,
so you can't tell these artists like, don't put it out, because they put it out and they go viral. But then they can't sustain that. So it's like they went viral, they got lucky, and then they can't repeat that. So then it's like, okay, now we got to fight to get a record. Now we got to, but when you already got it and you in the studio, we got 20, 30, 40 records, we could just
let it go.
Let it fly. So that's what I really look for.
That's hard. That's hard. That you actually watch your journey from, being an engineer, artist, DJ, then transitioning into a whole management. For new artists. So speaking about the elites that you've worked with, and you've, you know, obviously managing these new artists,
Right.
what are the two things that you take away? And being that you also are an artist yourself, what are like the lessons and the things that you take away from working with these individuals?
Never get attached to the music. Never.
And when you say that, what you mean by that? Like, what do you mean, like, don't get attached?
Never get attached to your music, because when you create something and you're an artist, you're very sensitive about it. But then you get attached to the music and you don't want to either put it out or you want to hold on to it. Because like you're like, oh, it's not the right moment, or this is not the right time. You get attached to like how a song sounds. You don't want to change it. You don't want to make it better. And sometimes an artist might play a song for me, and I'm like, it's cool. It could be better though. They don't like that. They don't like that because they're attached to what they already did. I mean, but
it
while
makes sense.
But while I was working with Mace, Mace would he'll take one song, he'll do 5 verses, he'll only keep 2. And then he'll take those other verses, and then he'll be like, okay, this could go for that. I'm not attached to what that sounds like. Oh, matter of fact, let's switch the beat. So he's always working on something different. I don't know, the way his mind work kind of affected mine. It's like, but then you got to realize you got to let it go sometimes. After you get it to a point, push it out. Don't get attached to it. You know what I mean? So
that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. So, all right, you're saying don't get, so you mentioned earlier, like when you first entered the game, it was a huge shift in music and how technology really propelled that.
Right.
So right now in music, there's a lot of people going towards NFTs.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on that?
Love it. I love NFTs. I love the layers. You know, and everything is art is. Swiss been on this for years, bro.
Yeah, forever.
It was laughing at him, Swiss and Pharrell, and now look at Swiss. He's come on, bro. I don't want to keep on talking
Nah, Swiss
about
is like the godfather to me, or something like.
No
it's just certain
commissions.
things that people do, and you're like, I'm going like, I would say something, but I'm gonna say it off air because I don't want to really like let it go,
right?
Because it's a gem what you just talked about. I mean, gotta hold on to that, but it's moving out here, bro.
Yeah.
Moving.
It's crazy.
It's moving out here.
You can tell it was deep the way he was like.
I mean, look at Versus. Look at like, what they doing over there.
Right,
taking
right.
that. Come on, bro. He's already a creative and has accolades of doing, but now they created another platform that is just bringing us back to a time we forgot about. I mean, the Big Daddy Kane and KRS-One. And, yo, when I was telling my boys I was going to go watch that, they was like, why you going to go watch that? I said, yo, don't even worry about it. don't even worry about it.
It remind me of The Basement. Like, remember when they had all of that on the TV? The Basement,
a big ticket. Actually, speaking about that, we actually just seen you on the revamp of Big
Rap City? Yeah, I did a
City.
freestyle on Rap City with Tigger. On for BT.
Yeah. But so
see, and that's the thing. People don't even know I do shit like that.
That was
you gotta talk about it.
That was crazy. Like, so what happened? Like, it's supposed to be a remake of Rhapsody, and then they get like, "Yo, you can't come through.
Like
we heard you got bars. Pull up and come light up the studio." What happened?
Nah, what happened was what they do is every year for the BT Awards they create like a cipher Rhapsody. Booth.
Right.
So the artists that walk through the red carpet, and mind you, when we walked through the red carpet, they wasn't expecting me to do it, but shout outs to Kim Osario. I don't know if y'all know who that is.
No.
She's a producer that was on Hustle in Brooklyn. She also does Black Ink Crew.
Okay.
She was like, you ain't gonna do it. You scared. I was like, let's go. Let's go. So we went in, I killed it. And the only reason why I did it was because of my mom. She was like, if you see Tigger, you better go in that booth and and I was like, since she asked me, I'm gonna go do it.
Right.
Y'all should show that clip too.
Yeah, for sure. That's just dope. We're gonna run that jump for sure.
Yeah.
So how do you find the balance of time? Because I know you were a father too as well, and now you also managing artists is also being like a father to these artists, and also you got a lot of different pockets with Brick House Studios. You got like, how do you find the balance and time to be able to manage all these things within your life?
Honestly, bro, this is what I really, really love to do, and what I have my eyes set on is the highest level of music, like being an executive, finding artists, doing what I wanted to do with my own team. So everything that I do for the day is like what is going to move me forward. Of course, we get sidetracked,
right?
And you know, life happens,
right?
We get anxiety, we get depression,
right? We get COVID-19.
Right? COVID actually been really good because a lot of artists had money to come to the studio.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact for you. Yeah.
Because now them checks stop coming.
You don't hear nobody. They talk about $60 I got for our session.
Right? I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that.
I mean, it's better than nothing.
I'm gonna take that.
You know, it's better than nothing.
But so you saying for you and your business, COVID was definitely one of the most positive impacts that it actually did for.
Yeah, COVID for me was like really scary for the business as far as like not knowing where music and studio time was gonna go, because like if artists ain't got money, they ain't working. How they gonna come?
How they gonna right?
So I kind of like started restructuring my time, what I did, and how long I was there, and try to get other people involved that wanted to do it. So the balance of it, like I'm really bad at like communicating with family and stuff like that, because like I'm on the go. So I think I tell somebody something, and it's not. Like even like seeing my son, sometimes it'll be 2-3 weeks. I don't call him. We don't speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm on the move. She working. He's back and forth. So it really messes with my mental. Sometimes, like, dang.
And sometimes we tend to overbook ourselves.
Yeah.
You understand? So it's not intentionally. Sometimes you can just be so focused on this. Or if you come to me with an opportunity or we talking about something, I may forget about what I was supposed to do 5 minutes ago.
Right.
It's normal.
Right.
It's normal.
It is.
Like, and you're on a grind. So, I mean... But you also do have to separate the two also.
Yeah, facts.
That's a whole nother job.
Yeah. And I have help with that, so.
Oh, that's a beautiful
Mom
thing.
Dukes helps me with that. She helps me do other things.
Gotcha.
So how was fatherhood? Like, what lessons have you learned throughout this process?
Man, I love fatherhood. I love my son.
How old is your son?
My son is 3. He's about to be 4.
Oh, you got a brand new baby.
Yeah, he loves music. He's
nice.
He loves dinosaurs. That's his thing. Anything that has to do with a dinosaur, he knows every dinosaur there is.
Right.
Yeah, y'all gotta go to the museum downtown too.
Yeah, and his mother is very hands-on with him.
Yeah.
So when I see him, it's just I never understood like the love you can have. I mean, and I'm not really a emotional kind of guy. Like things happen and I don't even cry. I'd be like, damn, that's crazy.
Really? You look like the type to light skin and all that, nigga. Like, come on, I like the fool me.
It take me a lot.
We be the soldiers. We be the soldiers.
I'm with him though. Like it really take a long. Like I can't. Like I'm a kind of person. I'll go to a funeral. Yeah. I won't be emotional. I'll just be laughing because people ugly when they cry.
Yeah.
What?
No. People really ugly. When they be boo-hoo and snap booger tears. You ever look at somebody when they cry and they breaking down? That shit be, they ugly.
Yeah.
You just be like laughing. But that's the asshole in me. But it does take a long time for me. Like
someone play Donda, man.
That's why I go to funerals. Because I be looking at my aunts and shit. I'm like, yo, she mad ugly. Like
jeez, you right.
But seriously though, like,
and that's funny because you got makeup on and all that. You don't want to cry. Mess up your.
No, I'm not messing that up. Because look, wait, hold on, real quick, right? I'm what you call a guy's girl because guess what, right? Like, you won't find the makeup in my purse.
Really?
You won't find perfume. Everything that I invest in, I buy, I make sure that is good quality. Because if you got to keep on putting that shit on, it's not good quality, sis.
Yeah.
So I like it just, well, depends.
I have one of my exes, I have some makeup, and I was like, yo, I can't keep doing this.
Nah.
This is
Sephora love it.
Do your own thing.
Women upkeep is expensive, period.
Yeah, we have more expense.
If you have to sit down and think, oh, I got to do my nails every week, that's like a crazy ass extra tax that you got to put on your life just on
nails ain't shit. What is it, like $10 for gel?
15.
Nigga, we don't.
15?
Some of us don't have no time to do it. We just
no. When it comes down to your appearance, you should always try to make time.
That's a fact.
Oh no, appearance.
Like my ex, every Thursday, that was his pampering day.
Oh,
and we would both go.
You gotta have that, yeah.
I'm sorry if a man's nails ain't clean.
Shit,
I can't do it.
When my nails is dirty, no, I've been on the grind for that whole
That's a fact.
week, man.
Your teeth. Let me tell you something. Your teeth. I would say like a teeth and your nails. speaks a lot about your hygiene.
Facts.
You can look at somebody's mouth, and if your mouth ain't taken care of, I mean, I don't want to eat from you.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. I don't want you eating my
I'm not
coochie.
going down on you. I'm not doing none of that.
Yuck mouth.
Say yes, mouth.
But listen, but how do you want to even have a girlfriend and have a significant other with nails that look filthy? And
Nah. For a female, like you don't want that.
I mean,
I know. I'm saying
I
as a
don't know.
guy, like how would you like? You want your girl hygiene is
nice.
Wait,
cleanliness
hold
is
on,
next to
hold on.
godliness.
Let's rephrase that. You want your girl hygiene to be up to par.
No, I'm saying as a guy. I'm talking about as a guy.
No. I'm trying to say you can't make that into like a whole category. Some men don't care for that. You got men don't like that because now it's just too much. They know they're gonna have to help her keep up, or they're gonna have competition. Because when you got you a cutie, you know niggas is disrespectful out here. Some men don't want to deal with that because then it tests their manhood.
Yeah, but you know the crazy thing about that though is like, I feel like if you are you're in a relationship, of course you should do things for your other, like get there. But I'm not obligated to get your nails done every week.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You feel me? Like that's crazy. You feel me? Like, cause I'm not expecting you to get my hair cut every week. Right. You got a job.
I just feel like if you can't do that, then you're doing something wrong as a grown person.
Yeah. No, we gonna stop that.
As a grown woman, I think it's not cap. You know why I say that? Because I feel like this. I would never call my partner for something or ask them for something I can't provide for myself.
Bingo.
You understand what I'm trying to say? Right. So I would never ask my man for nails and feet money for what? Yeah. If I can't afford that, then I'm doing something wrong as a grown ass woman.
That's a fact.
My girl pays to get my feet in my
That's
nails.
light. You feel me? But if I'm like, yo, I need this money to invest in this or just get this, you understand? It's going to be something bigger than nail, feet, money. You feel me? I just feel like some people take that shit to the extreme. But
what if you have real responsibilities that you're moving, you're financially woke? You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, if I'm spending, you got to be realistic too. How much your nails cost a week? $150. You getting your nails done every 2 weeks.
110.
We're gonna say 150 because you giving a tip. You give
yeah. I got
so let's say 150, right? Mm-hmm. We're not talking about your hair. Mm-hmm. We're not talking about y'all not wearing no Fashion Nova. Shout out to y'all. I made it a lot easier. Yeah. But the women's upkeep is a lot. Yeah. So if you a man and you don't really have a 9 to 5 per se. Mm-hmm. You know, you hustling not in the streets, but you hustling to get your money.
Right.
You're like, yo, babe, I want to do a lot, but this bill, I can't take care of that right now. And if you're financially stable as a woman, you should be able to take care of that on your own. If a nigga got a direction where he's trying to go, like, all right, cool. That's a car note right there, $400, $500 a month. We got to be realistic, bro. Yeah. And that's not even joking.
I mean, honestly though, like I hear you. And that's a fact.
And sucker niggas, not to say that, but to say it's not bad, but some niggas get duped into like, yo, I gotta pay for my girl's nails. You do not have to
do
bro.
shit for these hoes.
Okay, real quick,
you do not have to do shit.
Women is not hoes.
I'll do it.
Nah. Women's not hoes, but I'm just saying though, because like I ain't gonna hold you. A lot of niggas done the tricky niggas done changed the game and fucked up the ideology for a lot of women.
Off on you.
You know what I'm saying? And they do that all the time. Yeah. They do that all the time.
You so see the hand, that's how you know. You know what we mean.
Listen. I don't think that you I think what people go wrong is that when they enter a relationship with a person, they have high expectations. Right. You understand what I'm trying to say?
We just want to be loved and want the situation to work.
Yeah, you can do that too, but like I'm a kind of person, like if I'm not mentally there with you, you're not gonna get that from me. Yeah, we're gonna chill, we're gonna go out, we're gonna enjoy, but like to being affectionate, I will feel phony by just doing it. You feel me?
Can I say something?
Yes.
So I mean, let me change what I said. If y'all in a relationship,
you want to switch it?
No. What I'm saying, because I really thought about it. And if you're in a relationship for a while, that's something that you'll do. But if you just got together and she expecting you to do that, that's a dub. I'm saying, like,
it would turn a person off.
Yeah, like you go digging.
I had a guy that asked me for $500, and I was like,
that's tough.
I was like $500. I was like $500 for what?
Did you give him?
No, I didn't give it to him, but I was like, you know, I'm a kind of person. If you ask me for something, I will give you half on purpose.
Facts.
I'm gonna like that's just the type of person I am. Like you ask me for $10, I'm gonna
ask
give
for
you
a stat.
$5 and tell you to make your way to try to figure it out.
So I need
and at
10
least I
bands.
gave you. And if you did, I know I wasn't all in, and that's not a big loss to me.
Well, my rule of thumb is like my first few dates, I don't spend anything. I'll just get lost.
What?
Yeah,
I like that.
like,
Like
Kanye said, let's get lost tonight. You could be my Black Kate Moss tonight, you know? But because like women, it's all about how you make them feel. You know, if you don't feel right with that person, why would I splurge on you?
So how would that evening, like how would that get started? How would that end?
How it gets
she
started.
pays for the dinner.
Ooh, that'll be
Nah,
good. You know, I actually love it when they actually.
Yo, shout out to the light skinned men out here. I want no parts. You feel me?
I'm good. Take me out.
Okay, Sporty D's. Okay, Sporty D's. Buy me a drink. Nah, listen. There's nothing wrong with it. Like me, I like my first dates to actually be no date. We just out hanging out. Yeah. Meaning like if we do go to a sports bar, 9 times out of 10, I'm there to see the game and I want to enjoy your company. That's how you get to know. So I would like if you got the first round, I'm gonna let you know I got the second round.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Because I don't want it to be an actual date yet.
Right.
I don't even know if I like you.
Right. I went out. We went to Barcade. You know, because I'm a gamer. You know, Shawty's a gamer too.
I
So we went to
love
Barcade.
gamers. Yeah.
So then, like, I got get the red wine. Then she said, "Now I went to pay again." She said, "Wait, let me pay for it." I said,
What kind of wine? Now let me stop.
Let me ask you something.
Cabernet, yeah.
Let me ask you something.
Talk to me.
Have you ever done this? When she say, "Yo, let me pay for it," and you say, "Nah," but then you switch, like, "Yeah, go ahead," and then she be like, "No, you do it." I said, "No, you do it."
She was trying to pull your card. Yeah.
That's almost some trickery right there.
Yeah, but then that's a setup for her too, because
That's
it's
a man's
like
game. Hold
No,
on.
pay for it. If you offer to pay for it, I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah, no. Oh,
that's how I feel
the way
too.
I said, all right.
Yeah.
Like I would never stop a man from being a man or a gentleman if you know what I'm saying. But you know, like I said, I always let a person know like you don't have to do that, even though they already know.
Yeah,
right.
But
I feel like that's really like that changed a different gear in my mind.
I never had that issue. Like every man that I mean, I've been married a few times, so it's like I never really been in like I did.
Like for real?
Yeah.
For real.
Okay, well.
It wasn't for no money. He was a citizen and all that. He had his papers. This shit was real. The fuck? So I'm just saying, I never had a situation, but I did run across a few weirdos. I did.
That you were married to?
Yo, no. Why would I marry a weirdo?
You said a few times, so I'm trying to.
He got to be normal.
No, start off normal.
Meaning like when them relationships was like somewhat breaking up, and I was just trying like to branch out and do my own thing. I was going out with people, and I was noticing like, yo, this shit had changed. But dating is so trash. It's like you on an interview. Yeah, it's like now, I'm like, what's your name? What's your last name? How many kids you got? Where you work at? What's your position? You know what I'm saying? Your occupation. And 3 months later, you a whole bum, and I don't even like you.
Yeah, no, it's so
because niggas don't keep it real. That's the thing. Like for real, like money changes how women look at you. You know what I mean? Because you could be an ugly ass dude, but if you got bread, you attractive.
Right.
I mean, and then you could be a handsome dude that ain't got nothing.
You still could be attractive. You could be the milkman. You know what I'm saying?
You could.
Come through. You know what I mean?
But it's changed the narrative how we date now because you're dating someone's pockets.
You know what it is too? A lot of people is dating for partnership. I know I am. I don't care how you look, but what attracts me to you is what I can see what you could do for yourself.
Right.
You feel me? So it's like nobody would never know like that I work where I work.
Right.
I be outside.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but I'm like at the end of the day, once you show me that, then I'm like,
and that's
man,
relatable.
you look alright. Like,
because he's working towards something. You see his potential. You know, he might not have a whole bunch of bread, but his mind is on right. So
his mind is there, and I love me a smart nigga. Like, yo, that shit will, make me feel dumb. Tell me some shit I ain't know about. I'll be like, you right, pa. I ain't know that. Yeah. So it's very hard nowadays. You understand?
Yeah, it's so crazy that you actually say that because during the pandemic, a lot of people was on these dating apps and shit like that, and it was so crazy.
Yeah, wasn't you on that thing, Black?
Some
Wait,
black,
what
black
was
was
that thing?
popular.
I
Yeah,
think it's
BLK was one of the hot ones.
I never
Other shit.
did apps, but
I tried that shit because niggas was like, yo, this shit works. Niggas was like, yo, this shit. They throwing the.
He tried that. He tried a pink horse.
He's a freaky nigga because you go on dating apps to hook up, really. Because you like, I like this kind of type.
But
no.
Freaky.
No. For me.
Yeah, he is.
No, but for me, literally, like niggas was telling me like the bitches is out there throwing the box. It's crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
You need to
Didn't I just tell you that?
No. But I was going on them apps to like really go look for like a little situation. And plus I was trying to like meet new people. I'm like, you know what, I'm bored. Like who the fuck is in the neighborhood? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? But I realized that like literally it was like interrogation. Like bitches is asking, first thing, like, you got any kids? I'm like,
serial killer shit.
Like, what the fuck are you asking me if I got like questions that was turning me off? I'm over here trying to have a conversation. They really looking to cuff somebody by
So wait,
tomorrow.
what kind of conversation was you trying to have? Like,
I was just trying. I'm bored.
He's trying to get to the fucking. That's what he's getting to.
Okay. So this is why I was irritating you because they're actually there to date, and he's there like. What was that sex app? What was that thing? People
Backpage.
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 Well, he's like, Backpage.
Yeah, we know about that app.
But it's like, you probably confused the two. That's why you got irritated with her.
Now I got irritated with the app. Period. I had to delete that shit. I put my boys on though, and they was loving it because a lot of people could pretend to be who you want them to be, so that in order for them to get the box. But you know what I'm saying? I don't have time to be playing no games and shit like that, and I don't want to feel like I'm on a job interview.
And that's good.
Like
You direct.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You on there for a reason. Like, I ain't talking about no kids' job.
Yeah, like the fuck? Like you asked me the first question, like nigga.
So you one of those that would judge? You would judge sex according to the relationship.
Judge the sex according.
Meaning, like, some people have to sleep with you first to know if like. If they want to stick around.
That's
of course. Yeah, hell yeah. If the sex is whack, I'm cheating.
But you're cheating. But why are you staying?
I mean, I might stay for other reasons and shit like that, depending on who the individual
Good qualities.
is. Yeah, exactly. But
she cooks, she cleans.
Yeah, because I mean, some of these thoughts out here.
I don't cook, I don't clean on it.
She definitely do, because I seen her video. She be mopping and all that.
No, yeah. First of all, she's she's Dominican. Like, you cleaning your houses, like, you feel me? Like, this is how I don't know. My mom's is very very clean, so it's like I'm a nympho.
Right.
You feel me? I'm scared. I might look at that shit twice or 3 times. Now I'm feeling like, bitch, why didn't you put that cup up? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a reflection on your laziness. Yeah. But I wanted to ask you, so. Do you see yourself like getting married? Like, what is your hobbies besides, the things that you're doing?
Yeah, definitely. I want to get married. I definitely want that. I actually thought I probably would be married already. Honestly, things didn't work out the way I wanted to. Shout outs to TV. And shout outs to me being not ready for a relationship at the time, and just
you was grinding.
Yeah, and just not focusing on the companionship of a woman's wants and needs. So I was really selfish. So I had to really grow in my ways and grow out of my ways. Like, you know what, I gotta do way better.
So what steps would you
taking accountability for my actions, not blaming on nobody else, because nobody's forcing you to do nothing.
But you're 37, so you still kind of young. You still a baby. Yeah, so I can't imagine, like, nobody ain't thinking at that age.
You got to understand, like, when you hit TV and stuff like that, the pussy just come.
It's going to come
tenfold,
regardless.
Bro. Like, to the point where you're like, I don't want to even, like, go outside because it's a waste of time. Yeah, so you find somebody that you really gelling with, and it's like, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna figure this out and focus on
what we need to focus on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you think having one woman is more important than the flock?
It depends on where you at in your life as a man.
Because why you lie, Iris? What's wrong with that?
Yeah. I laugh because nothing. Go ahead.
I mean, where you at? Because certain times you get with girls and they fun.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, and then the fun turns into like, oh damn, I'm really. And then the longer you have fun, it's like you fall into like loving that person.
Yeah.
And it's not really like what you want. It's just comfortable.
It's
just
easy. It's convenient.
Yeah, and then something happens, and then it's just cold turkey. And it's like, what were we building?
The whole time.
The whole time, like, it's easy for you to go fuck another nigga. It's easy for me to go mess with this chick. Like, nah. And even if you do, where did we come from that? Like, even if you do cheat, I don't think cheating is an end all be all. You saying, like, if you cheat, I don't think that's the termination for a relationship. I don't believe that.
Right.
I mean, because you were probably dealing with something I didn't address, and if it was, let's address it. If it happens again, then we have a problem. You know what I'm saying, but I'm not like, oh, you cheated on me. Nah, all right, cool. I'm gonna go do my thing. You wanna do your thing, and we meet in the middle. And if not, we just together. So traveling on the road to test you, bro. When you went backstage and it's all this booty and all that, you really gotta be like, oh.
Everybody gotta get like dirt and focus and get their end together.
Facts.
Like,
shout outs to him in his situation.
Yeah,
she's clapping for that boy.
But they from Chicago though.
You said?
I mean, they from Chicago. Like that's the trenches for real.
Let me tell you something though. Like when I used to like go to my ex crib, all she would do is play rap music,
like trap music,
and she's in love with these niggas. Like she literally like, that's my baby daddy.
How old is she?
At the time, she was probably like 20, 30. Yeah, something like that.
And that's your joint. That
was my joint. And then the thing was like,
how did you feel to know that she?
I used to let it rock until I became like aware, like, you're not calling this nigga daddy in the crib. That's crazy.
Now you doing too much.
And she's like, oh, I'm playing. No, you're serious. Because if you see that man,
it's gonna take like 5-6 security guards to back her up. But the whole point, I'm just really like visualizing this shit. Like she's sitting there just like rapping to that shit. Like, that's hard.
Yeah, she's rapping every word. She's at the concerts. She's posting video. Oh my God. And I'm like, you don't give me that same type of energy neither. All right, let me do my thing. All right, cool. Still wasn't
What's
like
your
that.
sign?
Take a guess.
I don't know. Virgo?
Close.
Taurus?
You're going the opposite way.
I don't know.
I'm a Libra. I just had a birthday.
Unbalanced. I get it. Now I understand.
Yeah, so I'll let you hang yourself. I'll let you hang yourself.
No, but Sean, listen. I have a friend. She's a Libra. Love her to death. And when I say like she about her paper, but she just all over the place. It's like, yo, calm down. Yeah. But you know, y'all very unbalanced and y'all get bored quick in y'all relationships. Y'all get bored easy.
Oh, not me.
Nah, niggas gotta keep up with y'all.
But yo, that's why you gotta step your shit up.
But how will we know?
Because I communicate when I don't like something, like say sexually. For me, like I'm gonna groom you to do the shit that I like.
Nah, some women we get offended. It's like,
then we can't be together then.
Copy. So D King, where do you see yourself going? Like, you know what I'm saying, with everything that you've experienced, where you're at right now with management, with the new artists, with the show that you put out, like where do you see yourself going in the next 5 to 10 years?
I definitely know where I'm gonna be. I'm not waiting for anybody to give me the keys to that. So I'm doing my own thing, and whatever comes with that, I'm bossing up to sitting at the table with everybody else as an equal. And not like, because I hate to, I do work for people and I do get contracts to do things, but that I don't stay there. I'm like, yo, I got my, and I say that, I'm like, I got my own thing going. We can collaborate, you know what I'm saying, but I'm focused on creating my dynasty, my empire.
What's the dynasty and what's the empire, if you don't mind sharing?
The dynasty is having a cap on the music, having a cap on the business, finding other opportunities that people won't try to find out, try to segue. And the thing is, like, you know, I work with a lot of artists, but the thing is, I will not hold, like, I won't hold you. If someone else wants to work with you, we're gonna figure the business out. I'm not gonna like, yo, I don't want you to work with that person. No, go to the studio. Let's make sure the paperwork's right. But if we do separate, have to part ways, I'm not gonna be, you know what I mean? So I'm focusing on holding my own and not having to say, damn, I need this from you. Can you help me? No, I'm gonna come to the table. How much it costs? I'm gonna make sure that I'm you know, standing on my own. So that's what
So that's
5 years.
That's where you see. Okay, and then what about
Head of Black Music?
What about for Brick House Studios?
Brick House, building another location in another city right now as we speak. So I have one on this side, one on the West Coast.
Oh, that's what I was mean.
So yeah, I'm back and forth, and just Brick House Radio is what I'm doing now.
Right.
So Brick House Radio is a part. I know we got to wrap up. Yeah. It's when artists come into the studio, they have no other way to get it out. So it's just like, yo, let's go radio. But you know, it's everybody can do it. People just don't do it. So they're like, y'all have your own podcast situation. Right. I could have went somewhere else, but y'all like, yo, we gonna put it together. We gonna have people come in, and you're creating a lane for them that don't have the vision. Y'all have the vision.
Right.
So it's just having a vision and helping people see they can do it too.
You know
what I mean? And then capitalizing, monetizing that, and keeping it affordable. That people can do it and not be like, damn, it's hurting my pocket. You know what I mean? And
it's gonna hurt your pocket one way or the other. Arts is expensive, so you gotta be ready to put in those sacrifices. Either it's going to hurt your time or it's going to hurt your pockets. But you just have to have a vision on how you want to recoup that back. Because the world got to know who you are and got to hear it. And then it will want to, like, pay to come and experience your energy. You feel me? So, you know what I mean? It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt one shape or form. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're going to take a lot of L's. I took a lot of L's. A lot of money lost. But
what was one of your biggest L's that you took? One of your biggest challenges?
When I was first building the studio, I had my biggest thing is being comfortable air. I like central air. I like to be AC, heat. You know what I mean? That was one of the biggest things that I had to do because the building that I'm in, it didn't have that. So I had to pay for that, and that shit put me in a hole.
Yeah, that costs.
It put me in a hole, all that. It costs.
Does.
At first I was mad that I even spent all this money on getting the HVAC, and but then it actually helped because I had people like Puff, Son, and Maze coming through, and in the environment I spent, bro, and it came back. I did the TV show.
Right.
You see? Right. So when I first built the studio, I didn't have TV. I didn't have nothing. I didn't know where I was going. They came to me when I built it, like, yo, you have all this, you doing this, you in the industry, let's come in. So it was a great investment.
Right.
Because I was actually to stand on my own. Like, damn, okay, it's a young kid doing this thing out here. So I knew it was going to pay off. Yeah,
it's a beautiful thing. What would you want the next D King to know? What advice would you want to give the younger generation that's out here listening to you?
I love that question.
My thing, honestly, is to be real with yourself, and to don't box yourself in because you want to do something. I have to be a rapper. Learn about everything. Learn how the board works. Learn how to set the mics up. Be needed. Because when people need you, they need you.
Right.
So don't come with services.
Right.
Yeah, you could do podcasting, but you could do editing too. I know you can.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You can. So
My
thing is like learn everything about the business that you're getting into, because when nobody's there to do it and you can't pay nobody, you can do it.
That's right.
So learn, and that's what I did. I learned. It's nothing I can't do in the studio. If something wire break, I know how to solder it. I know how to fix it. I know how to rewire it. I know how to do all that. So I don't got to call nobody.
Right. That's amazing. Yeah. Where can they find you?
www.brickhousstudiosny.com. Make you check out the studio website. Instagram D King Online. Facebook, everything is D King Online.
Okay.
Tap in with me, I respond to everything.
Okay, and is there any projects that you want people to also like look out for?
Yeah, 5 of your albums coming out. We didn't get a date for that. Miles is going on the road with Neo. Serena's definitely putting out new music soon. Me too. I'll be dropping a project. I don't really know soon, but it's gonna be definitely crazy. Y'all gonna love it.
Wait. What type of project you putting out? Is it rap or?
It's definitely it's a music rap. I'll be rapping. I'll be producing it too.
Okay.
And I'll be collaborating with a lot of Brooklyn artists.
Fire.
That I feel like need that shot.
Shine.
And I'll be running up in the labels, just letting them know like y'all gotta get in tune, because it's a lot of stuff happening out here that they catch you on late.
Right.
Because everybody's their job is like, oh, my job now. But you find something crazy, you're gonna be out of here.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Well, D, it's a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
Yes,
it
was definitely a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks
Keep
for
on doing what you
educating
gotta do.
Can I ask y'all a question real quick?
Yeah.
Where do y'all see yourselves in the next 5 years?
For For me, my
excuse me, sir.
My
He was talking to me.
My fault.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I don't know.
Ladies first.
I mean, there's a few things that I'm trying to get accomplished, but I don't want to like talk about it. I hate to put something out there, but I'm definitely working on it. 5 years from now, I should have my own little business situated. So definitely, that's I ain't even worrying about that.
Get on that shit.
Yeah. For me, I'm just cooking up. I got these businesses that we working on. Global Board World being one of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for a right coding team.
Dope.
Yeah. I'm looking for currently. My coding team just gave up on me. I just negged on a whole bunch of Indians in India, so they kind of pulled the plug. So we looking for new back end coders to help us, like you know what I'm saying, tighten everything up. But Global Board World is just. Like,
I know some people I could.
Yeah, you can. Then I need that. But the reason for creating this platform is to hopefully be able to provide opportunity for the general public. Because I mean, I remember having to go to school and having to kiss ass to do a lot of interviews in order to get a job that underpaid me. And then when the crisis happened, you know what I'm saying, ended up being fired, and I went independent after that, and it was just by pure having the opportunity independently in order to be sustaining more than what I was getting paid. And I want to be able to create a platform where people all you have to do is know somebody with the opportunity, information. You feel me?
Hey, boy.
So
He just dropped the gem right
real
there.
talk. All you gotta do is just know something. It's all about information, and that helps. That's how we met. That's how we just met her on some random shit, met him on some random shit. You feel me? Like, you know what I mean? We putting this together.
I like what you got going on. Like,
you know
I like the team you got going on.
Yeah, and just cooking up, and then hopefully, everybody will have their own thing they want to do, and to be able to use the platform in order to, elevate their own situation. You feel me? So that's what Global Board World. We got 10 quarters. We're gonna talk about that. And my whole thing is I just want to be able to live a life purposely. You know what I'm saying? For the Black hue, since I came into this world black, be able to help elevate it to another level, give us a lane. You know what I'm saying? And I think within our community, it's love that's missing because of all the fuckery that goes on. And, sometimes we black, we just be nigging too much, you feel me? So it's like...
We used to that because people do that to us.
Yeah. I remember we could learn better because I'm like, I've been living on the planet for 30 years and I'm just tired of seeing the same shit over and over. Like, my nigga, give me a fucking break. But, it's one of the things I'm working on.
So, yeah, myself... Currently, I'm really looking forward to the opportunity that Web 3.0 brings. So I've been really diving in as far as like decentralized apps. Currently, I have a venture called IntelliKey. We partner up with Snowflake. Snowflake, they're in the cloud, like the Amazon Web Service. So essentially, they're the ones who are the liaison between other cloud services.
Oh, nice.
So basically, we're utilizing them to build an e-learning platform. We're hosting like some financial literacy and as well as like Web 3.0 workshops within.
I gotta get your info.
Yeah, I bet. In the community of Neptune, as well as that's where I'm from, Neptune, New Jersey.
Okay.
But also, other than that, I'm also building something in Ghana with my co-founder Denzel Mensah. We had a camp this past August. It was called the Village Invitational, villageinvitational.com. But basically, we taught the children marketable skills that they can use in this new age economy. And that's another thing that we were talking about is like as far as like getting Ghana on board with the rest of the world, because right now it's a new development in web, like all internet's about to change. So being that that's the case, we want to make sure that our people are in a formidable position. In that, outside of that, I do RS management. I manage Stack Smith, it's based out of Newark, New Jersey.
Okay.
I was in photography, videography. That was like my early on, like my entrance into like the whole music. That's how I met Flea. I actually got an Uber.
I was Uber hustling.
Yeah, the Land
you know what's so funny about Uber hustling and meeting you? How I got introduced with D. Yeah, I ended up picking somebody. I had made the film Proceed with Caution. That's how I was pitching that. Like, I want you to check it out, this, that, and the third. And I was showing this lady, I can't remember her name, but I think it was in the Uber share ride, right? And I think whoever was in the ride with her curved the whole conversation. When I was dropping her off, it's like, listen, I fuck with what you're doing. I understand your passion. I understand your energy, but it's somebody important that I would love for you to meet. And then she gave me his Instagram. I'm like, you don't want to give me your Instagram too? She's like, nah, don't even worry
That's
about
crazy.
it.
She gave you my Instagram?
She gave me your Instagram, and I sent you a DM, and you know what I'm saying? And we started chopping it up. You responded, we started chopping it up, but we didn't really
As I
meet.
always do.
Yeah, we didn't really meet until I think Emery was having something with Puma on 125th Street.
Yeah, right up the block.
Yeah, right up the block, and you was doing a talk with or something like that, and then
Emery, we have we was doing a collaboration, and then also at that time I had produced a single for Manolo Rose.
He was working with Manolo.
Yeah,
Rose,
I did.
right?
I Get Money for Rock Nation.
Right.
And, that video record career was all on the radio. So I met you at that time.
Yeah, we met, and then we just built it off from there. So it's all about just putting the right sort of frequency out, and then seeing what God has.
My beat's crazy too.
Yeah, y'all gotta check that out for real. But for real. But yeah, now on that note though, definitely a pleasure.
Thank you, bro.
And we looking forward to, you know what I'm saying, getting some more work done.
Yeah. Y'all gotta come to Brick House sometime.
Yeah.
No, definitely. I will definitely show some love.
For sure. I don't call music, but I'm definitely coming through to do the radio and the podcast shit.
I mean, we could have y'all come on the podcast too, so y'all could talk about, what y'all got going on.
Yeah, for sure.
Back and forth. And I would definitely love to do. We can set that up next week.
Yeah, for sure. We could do that.
Word.
Yeah, word.
So
definitely a pleasure, man.
Definitely.
It's another episode. Proceed with caution, baby. Let's get it.